Need for Speed Unbound has dropped, James. This is a couple days before the release of the full game. We have the Palace Edition, and there's lots of thoughts all over the internet. People are streaming it, playing it, posting about it, and it's crazy to see. So let's get into it. This article comes from Pure Xbox. So with the first batch of players now going hands-on, some initial impressions are beginning to crop up online. The early reception seems pretty positive so far. Of course, these comments are coming from just a few short hours with Unbound, but we're still pretty encouraged by what we're reading here. James, what is this first Reddit post? What do we got?
This is from r/Need for Speed from a user by the name of Youngstown Mafia says this game is absolutely amazing. 9 out of 10. This subreddit was wrong. Driving feels great. Great sense of speed. Car customization is awesome. Story dialogue is much better than it should be. Player customization is awesome. Very unique looks. Carless could use more 80s and 90s JDM, but overall 8.5 out of 10 car list. DLC can easily fix this. The city feels like a classic Midnight Club mix with the best of Burnout. Police feels threatening. They can actually talk with unique dialogue. And the soundtrack is absolute banger. 10 out of 10. The cartoons, animations, and smoke effects make this feel like a high-budget anime, something that I thought would be bad. Bravo, devs. This might be one of the best Need for Speeds of all time. This is a Midnight Club sequel. Everybody wanted Need for Speed Underground 2.
James, there's some big things that this person is saying right here. Some huge
This is huge.
Okay.
It almost makes me more skeptical.
Okay, Midnight Club. One of my favorite racing games. If you look on my PlayStation...
Sure, Midnight Club LA.
Yeah. On my PlayStation trophies or whatever. Midnight Club's some of the first trophies that I've ever popped. Ever. Created a PSN because you had to play Midnight Club. Incredible game. I'm a huge Need for Speed fan. Need for Speed Underground 2 is like... Well, everybody wanted to mix Need for Speed Underground 2. Okay. Need for Speed Underground as a whole. Just great, incredible games too. And we've strayed so far from that with Need for Speed games. We have strayed so far from like what we've gotten. We got Heat 2 years ago, or last year, which not bad.
Really, like, not great.
It looked gorgeous. It just, there was nothing special. They had no like...
It felt kind of soulless.
Did you play it?
Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I played probably like 15, 20 minutes.
It is kind of soulless. You're kind of right.
It feels empty.
Yeah, like when you're in an actual race, I'm having a good time. But between there, you'll lose me so quick. Like the open world is not fun.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. It's dead. But various people has been likening Unbound to the classic Need for Speed Underground 2, which is music to our ears. This comes from Aura, which I sent you this tweet. I sent our news. We
sent the group chat.
Yeah, we sent it to the group chat. You know, we got it. And this tweet got me so freaking excited. It just says, EA just stealth released Need for Speed Unbound today, and I have no idea why they didn't put all their marketing money into this. I'm so goddamn excited to say that Need for Speed is effing back. It's so good.
Goddamn.
And they just, they posted a video of just ripping through the city streets with, it's just a cool video. This is a cool video. They didn't really show much gameplay before the actual trailer, I guess. In the trailer, I was like skeptical about what we could actually be getting with this game. But the gameplay that I've seen over the last couple days is so cool. It has me very excited. I just don't know. I gotta wait for more thoughts to be coincided together.
It definitely has more style than a lot of previous Need for Speed games.
Yeah.
And you know I'm a sucker for style.
It looks like it has a voice instead of just a copy pasta. And that's pretty big. But James, I got a question to pose to you before we end this clip off. What is in a perfect Need for Speed game for you? A Need for Speed game comes out and it's calling your name. What does it have to have in it?
It's got to have two things. One, it's got to have great car customization with a lot of like 80s, 90s JDM customization parts, because that's like the peak of car culture for me. In the Reddit guy's post, he said that it could use more of that, and so I was like, I don't know. That feels like a pretty big hit for a game like this in which that car culture is so prominent. The other thing is a dynamic open world, a place where you feel like you are driving around constantly, like looking, discovering for like things to do, like jumps. Like this is what make every Forza Horizon game so good. It's a great, gorgeous open world with lots of space and lots of things to go and seek out. You see, like there's always some sort of like what's the word? Like
Something to
some
do.
sort of UI thing that points you in a new direction of like, oh, there's a jump over here.
Yeah.
There's a speed trap over here. Something to
Hmm.
do. So when you're driving around, you're actively engaged the entire time. It's not the GTA where you're just following the street for like 2 hours. Then you
Right.
start saying, I'm going to start following the traffic laws just for
Yeah.
fun because there's no other
Right.
objectives to do while driving around.
Yeah. I think, yeah, those are two big ones. But along with just a huge expanse of cars and big customization and a good open world is I'm less importance on the story, I guess, for Need for Speed because I don't think I've ever been like it's not a memorable story. I do like having
No.
some sort of something to follow, I guess, is helpful to me. But like visually it has to have a style too. I think that's huge. Need for Speed Heat tried to have like a visual style in Miami and stuff, but failed. This looks like it has that extra oomph that I really, really want. But also, the driving mechanics have to be solid, okay? And I don't. Heat changed to a tap brake to drift system, and
Hmm.
that never feels good for me. Like there's other control schemes, and Need for Speed Heat just did not click with me, and the previous Need for Speed didn't either. It really hasn't been since Rivals since I've been like in love with a Need for Speed game, and I'm really hoping that this brings me back to that because that's a great like current gen Need for Speed game. That is a good model,
Hmm.
I think.
I think they're also like they try to get so technical with the driving mechanics and like the limited slip differentials and all of the different customizations you could do to your car that it felt like it lost a little bit of
Hmm.
accessibility where it's like this is either a really heavy technical drifting game but it's also
Sure.
it's like feels conflicted because it's so like it's communicating to you I'm arcadey.
Yeah.
It's communicating to you I'm simple, I'm fun. But then you look at the settings of like how you can customize tire pressure and
The
all that stuff.
tuning.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
to some extent, yeah, the tuning. I'm like, to some extent, this is cool, but also I feel like it doesn't teach you enough in an accessible way to like make this more fun. This is more
Yeah.
like taking away from the experience than it is adding to it.
I want it arcadey with the tuning, but I don't want the tuning to like even affect that much of like what I'm actually doing in the game. I would like the tuning to be like in Need for Speed Heat. This fun that I had was the tuning with the sound of the engine and the exhaust and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a racing sim or anything like
Right.
that. So
Right.
can't wait to hear more about this. I can't wait to get my hands on this. It's on Xbox Game Pass right now with a free trial. So if you want to jump on there on PC Game Pass only, I don't know if it's on Xbox console Game Pass. But the entire thing releases on December 2nd, which is in 3 days. Right? No, 2.
Ooh.
It's December.
Tomorrow.
Is
It's
it
tomorrow.
is it December right now?
It's December 1st right now.
Wow. Wow, welcome to December. Oh my god. That's crazy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch the entire podcast, you can go to youtube.com/strictlycasual, become a member right there and watch it. Or you can go on audio platforms and type in Strictly Casual Checkpoint. It's a little blue box that says Checkpoint in yellow. And subscribe over there on audio platforms, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.